Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Doug.
And I'm Lorenzo.
And this is Good Suffering, giving you another bonus episode.
Would you believe it?
We got to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw Happy Death Day to you.
But what was that?
Happy Death Day
to
you.
That's for my family, because we have a bit. Me and my cousins. We have a bit for when we sing Happy Birthday. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We harmonize. It's great. Anyway, you were going to say something. Go on.
You're in such a talented family.
I am. Yeah. I'm the black sheep.
So before we even jump into that, you watched Happy Death Day a couple days ago. Yes,
I did.
Yeah. How'd you like the first one? Because we're not ever going to be able to do it on the podcast now.
Yeah, no, we really blew that one.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Although I think we said that we wanted to originally.
Yeah, that was like the first movie you mentioned to me, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really wanted to see that.
Like when we were like sitting in Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably still in my notes. But yeah, so the first one was cool. It was I don't know, it's tough to compare now, like, or at least to go back in that, because this one, the second one, the sequel, was like took all the good parts of the first one and then like amplified and added a lot more to it.
Yeah.
I think the first was like fine on its own. I thought it was a really
silly
cool
slasher comedy.
Yeah, it was an interesting concept that we've seen many times before, but still kind of done in a cool, like fun, interesting way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second one just really ran with like everything. They were like, what if we did this, that, and this, and that, and then they just did it.
Yeah. It's like almost not a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. I don't know. It's been getting weird stuff online. Some people don't like it. Some people think it's like too much of the same. I think that's sort of the point. It's playing a spin on the same.
And it was it was self-aware of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So, I can't see how.
I don't know.
You can really.
Horror fans are cynical.
So
and all, like, the first one's not much of a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
It's not. It's not really
still
meant
like
to be scary
in a way.
Yeah, it's definitely playing with those tropes, but it's not.
Yeah, and it was definitely like aware of like slasher movies post Scream. Like it felt like it knew, it was like, yeah, we've seen Scream. We know how the satire of slasher films go. The characters themselves aren't really aware of that. I don't think like they've seen Scream, although they have seen Groundhog Day. So there is
and
like
Back to the Future.
Well,
and They Live.
Right. True. He has that poster for They Live.
Yeah. Funny considering all she does is live.
Yeah. Repo Man. There were more. There were a lot of them.
Yeah. I think there might have been. No, those are the same ones from the first. I'm pretty sure.
They were. Yeah. So like it knew where it was, like in the history of horror movies, especially slashers, especially with Groundhog Day, and now even like Russian Doll that just came out on Netflix.
Did you just give Netflix a free plug?
It's a good show.
Oh my God.
Their best original, if you ask me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
David
Fincher's going.
No, David Fincher owns this, so like
owns like you.
He owns my ass for sure. I love Mindhunter. I love Fincher. He can do no wrong, except for Alien 3.
Alien 3 is a great movie.
No. I don't know. It's tough. I almost can't go. I will say that like the first one, I told you this in the theater. The first one was like almost like a 70s slasher like spin-off, like, kind of just, aside from the whole time loop thing, pretty straightforward. Right. Guy with a knife chasing you, that's it. Right. Whereas this one takes a whole like weird science 80s movie spin on it.
Ooh, the next one's gonna be like pure 90s cynicism.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm thinking like if they do a third one, like I would expect them to jump another decade.
Yeah. Especially like with that weird ending they had.
Really weird ending.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean like
the government?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a stinger.
Yeah.
I should really start telling people that all our reviews are spoilers. Because I don't really put that anywhere, and then we just spoil everything.
I've mentioned this to you before, and you know what you said to me?
What?
You said, if they're listening to this, they should know that.
Have I said that?
Why would you listen to a review for a movie they haven't seen? It's like, I don't know, a lot of people do.
You know what? I'm gonna just be straight up. That sounds like me. I stand by it.
No, yeah, you've said that.
I stand by that.
You still stand by it. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna start doing it from now on.
That's okay.
I'll take that responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah, you bastard. So what did you think of the sequel?
It was wild. Mm-hmm. It was really fun. I really enjoyed the greater implications of this. You were having a good time.
The moral implications?
Yes.
Calling the machine Sisyphus? That's so on the nose. It's hilarious. I love it. I fucking love it.
It's smart. Yeah, he went to college. I get it.
The writer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so many moral implications. So many. It's like The Good Place, but with a horror spin on it.
You know what? I think that a popcorn flick that owns its own, popcorn flickiness.
Yeah.
Is always a good time.
Yeah.
It's always a good time if it knows that it's doing that.
It was very sticky,
Yeah.
very a lot of physical humor, a lot of like just in your face like humor, and like I laughed out loud more times watching this than I did with the first one.
Yeah,
the first one I wasn't like laughing as much. I was just kind of like, ooh, interesting. I want to know who the killer is.
Good theater experience too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from us just watching it like basically by ourselves and like 6 like middle schoolers,
children. Yeah. The kids below us were kids. They were kids. They were
children.
Small.
Yeah. But they could be just like 13. That's all you need to be to get in.
True. It's a PG-13 movie.
Yeah,
right?
I looked that up last night. Those are
Yeah, PG-13 horror. Good.
Still good.
Yeah.
Don't knock it. Can I read to you the IMDb? I just want to see what it is.
Oh, he just has to do this for every movie.
I just want to plug it.
You do it.
It's funny. It gives nothing away. Tree Gelbman discovers that dying over and over was surprisingly easier than the dangers that lie ahead. That's a lame synopsis.
This movie, it kicks off with Ryan is his name, her boyfriend's roommate, getting stuck in a time loop.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a really interesting, switch. And then, we're going to make the main character sort of a supporting character, more of like the final girl who knows how this all goes down.
And it did stick with that for
20 minutes. But then like it spins it on its head. And you don't really get a resolve to that first kind of section of the movie. But it's okay.
It drops it.
Yeah, it drops it really, really hard. But it's okay because there's like actually like a really interesting, bringing her back and, trying to go back on that arc that she had of becoming a better person and, fixing her mistakes.
And also realizing just how much more in love, how truly in love she is with her mans.
Yes, her mans.
No, the beginning was, I thought it was like a great fresh take on something that like we established in the first movie. And like you said, now you're gonna make the main character a supporting and like a supporting character who wasn't really much importance in the first one, like suddenly the main, and it kicked it into gear immediately. Immediately we see like what happens. Like he wakes up and then he goes through the loop like maybe 5 minutes in. Yeah. And then it doesn't take like 3 times for him to be like, whoa, what's going on? Like he literally, second time around, he's like, oh shit, like I think I'm in a time loop, or he's like, oh, this is deja vu. So I thought it was a cool way to kick it into gear right off the bat, just in media res basically. So to have that weird switch really was kind of jarring.
And I would say that's probably my biggest knock against the movie, but just as a way to get you into it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Like I said, it was a good opener.
Yeah.
But they just forget it.
Yeah, maybe that leads into the next movie, bigger implications. He goes, oh, you're gonna fuck everything up. Maybe they're gonna see really how.
If they do you think they're actually gonna do one? I don't think there's confirmation yet.
No, not yet. But I didn't think there was gonna be a sequel to first.
True. Carter is his name. Funny that I forget his name when like the whole point of like every time they go into the loop is like, oh, you probably don't remember my name. I don't remember his name.
Wow, the kids just left. Those are the kids who are above us.
Yeah.
Man, it's good doing these in parking lots. Always something fun. Always something fun while we record these. I hope.
Oh, nice shoes.
Oh, he's got his shoes off. Yeah. Ultimately, it was good. I'm not gonna I wouldn't say it's something that's worth a revisit.
It was up until the end for me. I thought it was a really, really good movie, and I thought like I would like just blab about it like for the rest of the year until we got to the end, until we found out like who the killer is. And then like that standoff scene that happens, and a weird twist that's like not necessary.
The thing with her, should we explain what that is?
I don't know. That's pretty spoilery. That's like that's the. Okay, hear us out. If you don't want to know how the movie literally ends, you don't want to know who the killer is, stop listening.
No, you should keep listening.
Why?
Because we're not going to talk about it.
Okay, then go on. Because I was about to fucking ruin it.
Okay. All right. Here, I won't ruin it.
Okay.
So this time it's actually the professor that the girl was cheating with, and his wife are the killers.
He's spoiling it. He's spoiling it. He's spoiling it. I'm gonna put it everywhere on our social media so that we can prevent you from being spoiled. I'm sorry if you already did. He's a piece of shit, this guy. What a co-host.
And it's sort of out of left field. I called it. I knew it was going to be that guy. There's really no connections, you know.
Like, why else would
like
they?
Why would they? That was my same gripe with the first movie. It is like just not enough motivation to be a killer.
Sure.
But I was okay going into this one, knowing that it's probably going to be something really loose.
Yeah.
Something like really like that's just a bad reason to try to kill somebody. But having the professor guy, I don't remember his name, the British guy.
Yeah, all right.
Having his wife go along with it. That was really strange, and it took the steam out of all of that. Yeah. He found a good death though. He
got a cool.
That was
death.
cool, really cool death. Yeah.
Kind of new. Haven't seen that.
Yeah. Involving a magnet, right? That's a big magnet. Yeah.
Big old magnet. Yeah, it was fine. If it was him being the killer, fine, whatever.
Right.
You predicted it, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. The wife being involved in there didn't make any sense. Like, there's no need. Oh. And then not only that, but him like being like, oh, I wanted a divorce, and he just kills his wife.
Yeah.
Like that's leaving a trail now. Like now everyone's gonna know that like you fucking killed her if you get away.
Right. You know, I don't think these movies are made for the big climax. You know what I mean? It seems like they're almost an afterthought. Like, especially like...
It certainly felt like it.
Yeah.
It felt like the writing, like, just, it dropped immediately at that point.
Yeah. It's more about, like, sort of the journey and figuring out what's going on. Apparently, since the first, like, he's sort of had the idea of playing with the time travel aspect, like, before the first one even got released. They were thinking of this one. So... I don't know. I just don't think that they were really all that concerned about who was doing it or why.
Which is weird, though, because, like, that's almost...
all of, like, what a slasher movie is? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like you said, though, earlier, is that, like, this movie kind of, like, it focuses a lot more on Tree's development as a person, her relationship with the deceased loved one. If you've seen the first one, you know it's her mom.
And her boyfriend, and her, I guess, housemate.
Love interest. Oh yeah. Oh, and a really, really sweet, like, kind of like ending to like their relationship too in this alternate timeline. That was really sweet. I enjoyed that.
Until they she goes back and then puts her through hell as like the last note of the movie.
What's that?
Oh, you mean
the one that like
oh
was
no, I mean
Danny,
the girl, the actress
Danielle. Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, there was no sweet resolution with her. She's just
there's some she helps out.
Yeah, that's true. That was a funny scene.
Yeah,
went on for a little bit long, but
everybody's sort of got like a different motivation.
Yeah,
you know,
and everyone helps out. The gang gets together, like a Scooby-Doo group of kids trying to save the day. It's real sweet, real 80s.
Yeah, real 80s.
Real 80s.
Yes. Ragtag group of misfits, kind of
all diverse.
Yeah,
there's only one white guy.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, being directed by a gay man definitely helps with that.
Yeah, I didn't know that until we started watching.
Support queer horror always.
Would this count?
Yeah, of course.
As long as it's made by a queer person.
Oh yeah, that's what's more important than even putting gay
queer
characters in movies and stuff. I feel like
it's funny though, because like
that.
I was at the library, and I was looking at the movies, and there's like a foreign section and then like every other section. This lady, she wanted to park here, but I was pretending like I didn't notice her. So I forget what way it was, but I think there was like a foreign filmmaker making like an English-speaking movie in the foreign section. Or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. So it was kind of got me thinking, like, what would count as a foreign movie? Is it like a foreign filmmaker? Is it foreign production? Like, would you consider Call Me by Your Name a foreign production? Because like it was shot in Italy. The whole crew is Italy. Everyone but the cast is like from literally Italy. So I don't know what you would count that. So I guess if you believe, then like as long as the filmmaker is queer, then it's a queer.
Giving queer people role models in films and television and things like that is an incredibly important thing. But give them fucking jobs. Get them behind the camera, put a pen in their hand, things like that. That's what really, really matters. You know what I mean?
Good point. I mean, look at Green Book.
Yeah.
you see what I'm getting at? Like, it's, it's, oh, look, this great black people movie. Like,
but it's entirely made by white people.
All white people behind the camera.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck that movie. All right, cool. Interesting deviation from what we were talking about.
Yeah. I think that's,
good talk.
Good talk.
Anyway, happy Death Day to you.
And happy Death Day to you.